Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney. I'm a holistic wellness coach and a recovering food junkie. I focus on helping people recover from food addiction by adopting a whole food plant-based diet and by understanding the mind-body connection. Today, I want to talk about the 5 signs that let me know that I was suffering from a food addiction. So these are not in any particular order, but number 1 is I could not stick to a healthy diet. So when I decided that I was going to start eating whole food plant-based, it was extremely difficult for me. This is before I even knew what a food addiction was. And I didn't even know that you could be addicted to food at this point. But I found myself like, it was so hard for me to even stick to the plan. So I would say, okay, today I'm going to start this healthy eating. I'm not going to eat this and that. And then, of course, I would find myself eating those foods. And I didn't really understand why until I found out what a food addiction was. And I started taking steps to overcome that. Number 2 is eating foods that I knew would have a negative effect on me. So, for example, carbs like pasta, white rice. I knew that if I had too much of those types of food, that I would not feel the best. I'd be kind of foggy. I would get tired. I would get a headache. And I knew this, but I would still consume those foods. So I was so willing to eat them, even though I knew that I would feel sick after, which now sounds really crazy to me. But when you're wrapped up in that addiction, you don't care. Like, you really don't have any control over what you're eating. Number 3 is cravings. So when I was really deep in my food addiction, I would find myself, craving foods. So I would have a craving. I would go get a snack, most likely some chips. And then immediately after I was done those chips, I would crave something sweet. So then sometimes I would go get something sweet. And then immediately after I had something sweet, I would want something else salty. So having like cravings like that is a sign of food addiction as well. Having cravings even though you know you're not hungry. You just had something to eat, but you still are wanting to eat something else or something more. Number 4, hiding food or not wanting to eat around other people. This is something that I've also experienced. Sometimes after work, I would go to a drive-through and get a meal, eat it in the car, get rid of the evidence before I got home, and then come in the house, cook dinner, and eat dinner like I never had a meal right after work. So yeah, hiding food, that's another telltale sign of a food addiction or feeling uncomfortable eating around other people. Number 5 is eating when I was bored. Something I used to do all the time. If I was in the house with nothing to do, I would just go in the kitchen, open the refrigerator, see what's in there to eat. Even though I knew I wasn't hungry, it was just something to do, something to pass time, something to make me not feel bored anymore. And that also is a telltale sign of food addiction, eating to cope with negative emotions or trying to distract yourself from a feeling, and eating when you're not hungry. So those are all signs of food addiction. And when I started researching food addiction, first thing I did, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't stick to a healthy diet. When I researched that, food addiction came up and all the signs were there. Everything that was listed, I was doing. So if you feel like you're suffering from a food addiction, there's things you can do to overcome it. Leave a comment like this video and subscribe for more videos on how to overcome food addiction. Thanks for watching.